Picture this for a moment. You're standing at the bottom of the staircase in your own home. 10 years ago, you could take those steps 2 at a time without thinking. But now, your knees tighten, your legs hesitate, and you find yourself taking a deep breath before that very first step. For years, people assumed this was simply aging. But in 2023, the Journal of Aging Research published a discovery that stunned the scientific community. 73% of adults over 60 struggle with stairs, not because they're weak, but because their bodies have forgotten how to activate specific movement patterns. Patterns no doctor talks about, no trainer mentions, patterns buried quietly inside your nervous system. I witnessed this firsthand with my own mother. She was still strong. She could carry groceries, walk long distances, even garden for hours. But on the stairs, her legs moved as if they were out of sync. At the time, I didn't understand why. Now I know strength isn't the first thing to fade. Coordination is. Here's the scientific twist almost no one expects. Your muscles may still be capable, but the activation password that controls them has been forgotten. It's like owning a perfectly working computer but losing the login code. Consider Barbara, age 67. She used to hike local trails every weekend, but recently she found herself gripping the handrail just to climb the stairs in her split-level home. Not because she lost strength, but because the invisible movement code she relied on for decades had slowly unraveled. And this is only the beginning, because what researchers uncovered next is far more unsettling. The real danger isn't that these movement patterns disappear. It's that they vanish so quietly, almost no one notices until it's too late. What scientists discovered next was something most people over 50 have never been warned about. It isn't the going up that becomes dangerous first. It's the coming down. According to a major 2023 Harvard Medical School study involving 800 adults over 55, going down the stairs requires nearly 3 times more muscular control than going up, and it's the first ability to deteriorate after age 50. And yet, almost everyone trains the opposite way. We practice stepping up to get stronger, while the real danger is silently building on the way down. Here's the unsettling twist. Most stair-related injuries don't happen because someone is weak. They happen because the body can no longer control the descent. Think of it like trying to walk on a slope covered with black ice. Just a 1% loss of control can mean the difference between a safe step and a dangerous fall. I'll never forget George, 72. He was strong for his age, still did yard work every weekend. But one morning, as he stepped down the last stair, his knee buckled, not from pain, but from lack of muscular control. He didn't fall, but the look of fear on his face told the whole story. This is what worries clinicians like me the most. It's not the big dramatic signs. It's the silent, invisible decline happening inside the nervous system before you ever feel weak. As a clinician, I can tell you this. Weakness doesn't scare me, but losing control without realizing it, that's what keeps me up at night. And yet, this hidden decline comes with a surprising comfort, because what researchers discovered next flips the entire story on its head. And that's when the science took a hopeful turn, something no one expected. What surprised many clinicians was this simple truth. Even after 60, The body can relearn movement patterns that were lost over time. They aren't gone forever. They aren't damaged. They just haven't been activated in years. When we started guiding older adults through these basic patterns, something happened that we didn't expect. People who had struggled with stairs for a long time suddenly began moving with more confidence. Their legs responded more quickly. Their balance improved without them having to think about it. It wasn't about pushing harder. It was about reminding the body how to work as a coordinated unit again. I remember working with Linda, 64. She had avoided stairs for nearly a decade and relied heavily on her handrail at home. But after several weeks of practicing these simple movements, she told me something that stayed with me. Today, I reached the top of the stairs and realized I didn't pause once. I didn't hold the rail. My legs just carried me. Stories like hers are why I speak so firmly about this. Once the body begins reconnecting these patterns, progress can come faster than people expect. There's a visible shift, first in movement, then in confidence, and finally in the way someone carries themselves throughout the day.
The moment you understand your body can relearn what it once knew, something inside you relaxes. You stop feeling defeated, and you start feeling capable again. And the next step is where the real change happens. Bringing these patterns together into 5 simple movements that restore strength, stability, and control in a way most people have never experienced. When these 5 movements come together, everything begins to change, step by step. The 5 movements that rewire strength. As your body begins reconnecting its natural movement patterns, these 5 exercises help reinforce them in a simple, practical way. Each one strengthens a different part of your stair climbing ability, control, balance, power, and stability, without overcomplicating anything. 1. Wall sit. Slide your back down a wall until your thighs are nearly parallel to the floor and hold the position while keeping your knees aligned and your core steady. This quiet, focused hold teaches your legs to support you more evenly and helps rebuild the endurance you rely on whenever you pause or shift weight on the stairs. 2. Step down. Stand on a step and slowly lower one foot toward the ground, keeping your standing knee steady as you return to the top. This slow, controlled lowering trains your body to manage downward steps with confidence, something many people lose without realizing it. 3. Standing hip abduction. Lift one leg straight out to the side while keeping your torso tall and stable, then lower it with control. This simple movement strengthens the outer hip muscles that keep you balanced, especially when shifting from one leg to the other on a staircase. 4. Sit to stand. From a stable chair, place your feet slightly behind your knees, lean forward gently, and stand using your legs alone before lowering yourself back down smoothly. This retrains the core pattern behind every upward step, helping you rise with more strength and less hesitation. 5. Heel raises. With the balls of your feet on a step, push up onto your toes as high as you can, pause briefly, and lower your heels slowly through their full range. Over time, this restores the push-off power in your calves and improves the ankle stability that makes each step feel secure. People in guided mobility programs who practiced these 5 movements consistently began noticing easier stair climbing, steadier walking, and stronger daily control within just a few weeks. When these 5 movements come together, something important happens. Your body starts responding differently. Steps feel lighter, standing up feels smoother, and the sense of hesitation you've lived with begins to fade. It doesn't require long workouts or complicated routines, just a few minutes of consistent practice and the willingness to give your body the signals it's been missing. This is the moment to decide what the next years will look like. You don't need to do all 5 movements at once. Even choosing one, the easiest, the shortest, or the one that feels most familiar is enough to begin the shift. What matters is starting and allowing your body to remember what it's capable of. Many people who commit to just a small daily practice notice a change sooner than they expect. Steadier feet on the stairs, more control when stepping down, and a feeling that their legs are finally working with them again. It's a quiet kind of progress, but a powerful one. Your body is still listening. Give it the right signals, and it will respond. So before you move on with your day, choose one movement to begin with, whichever feels most manageable. Let that be your first step. And once you feel a little stronger, add another. These patterns don't return overnight, but they do return, and they return faster than most people imagine. So tell me, which movement will you start with today?